All right, hi. We're doing one section this week, and you only have one goal, to be able to define the vocabulary relationship between lines. You literally have 6 vocab words, so you have 6 questions on assignment 2, okay? So let's go ahead and define these vocab words, shall we? First, we have parallel lines. There are 2 things you need to remember about parallel lines. There are going to be 2 lines that never intersect and are coplanar. So the important thing to remember here is that they do not intersect and they are coplanar, which means they're on the same plane. They look a little something like this. This is an example of parallel lines. And whenever you see a figure of parallel lines, you'll know they're parallel because they'll have the same number of arrows. Okay? And then your symbol for parallel looks like this. All right. Next, we have perpendicular lines. All right. Perpendicular lines are 2 lines that, this is running out of ink. I need to throw it away. I don't think I can make it. I didn't make it. There we go. That intersect at a right angle. And remember, right angle means 90 degrees. All right? So the important thing here to remember is that they do intersect at a right angle. So what does that look like? It looks like this. And how do you know it's an actual right angle? It will be a box. And then your symbol for perpendicular is like an upside down capital T. All right, skew lines. Skew lines are 2 lines that never intersect and are not coplanar. Okay, so the key things here to remember is, again, they never intersect like parallel lines, but this time they're not coplanar. So this exists in a 3-dimensional world. So let's say we have a box. Okay, so here's our beautiful box. The skew lines on this box would be like, say, this line here and this line here. Those 2 lines are never going to intersect, but they're on different planes. This line is on this vertical plane, or on this horizontal plane, sorry. And this line here is on a vertical plane. So that's one thing you need to remember about skew lines. One is always going to be horizontal, and one is going to be vertical, but they're not going to intersect. There's not a symbol for skew lines. All right. Next, we have our parallel planes. Okay. Parallel planes are just 2 planes that don't intersect. All right, so the key thing here is that they don't intersect. Again, this only exists in a 3-dimensional world. Think of it as kind of like your floor and your ceiling. They don't touch, and they are planes. So if we were to look at our box again, examples of parallel planes, like I said, could be your ceiling and your floor. And get a reminder, your symbol for parallel. It's like the little touchdown symbol that referees do at a football game. All right, next, lines perpendicular to a plane. This is a line that intersects a plane at a right angle. And remember, right angles are 90 degrees. So the important thing to remember here about a line that is perpendicular to a plane is that it intersects at a right angle, and that we're dealing with a plane, not two lines, okay? So what that looks like is, let's say we had a piece of paper. Okay, that piece of paper represents a plane, right? And then let's say there's a line that went right through, or a pencil that went right through our paper. And whenever it went through it, it created a 90-degree angle. That is exactly what a plane, or a line perpendicular to a plane, would look like. You can also think of it as like the corner of your room and how it goes straight up and down with your floor, unless you are fancy and have like some curved walls and stuff. But again, remember the symbol for perpendicular is an upside down capital T. And our last vocab word for today is, or for this week, is a transversal line. This is a line that intersects two or more lines at different points. So the key thing to remember here for this one is that we're going to have two or more lines that get intersected and that they're at different points. So, for example, this right here would be a transversal. And we know it's a transversal because it's touching both of these lines, but at different points. So that makes it a transversal. And we're going to do more with transversals next week and what they do with the angles they create. So those are your 6 vocab words for this week. Please answer the 6 questions that you have for assignment 2. Do not forget to take a picture of these notes and submit them on Google Classroom. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye!